Hi guys, this is Moni from PTE Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Previously, I've been making many videos on PTE speaking, but in today's video, we're going to focus more on PTE listening. Specifically, I'm going to highlight the top 5 most common mistakes that people make in PTE listening. Before we get started, if you're not my subscriber yet, then click the subscribe button below so that you can see more videos about PTE tips and tricks. So let's start with the first one. So the first one is poor pronunciation in repeat sentence, retell lecture, and answer short questions. Why am I mentioning speaking here? PTE is very different from other English proficiency tests. For example, when you do IELTS, you will be getting points for listening, reading, writing, speaking separately, right? But when it comes to PTE, all the modules are linked to each other. When you do PTE listening, you'll be getting the majority points from speaking. If you guys check out one of my old videos where I tried to do only speaking PTE and got 90 in speaking, and just by getting 90 in speaking, I also scored 46 in listening without doing anything in listening. So it means that the content or keywords that you deliver in repeat sentence, retell lecture, and answer short questions will have a dramatic impact on your final scores in listening. Just because you got a pretty high score in speaking doesn't mean that you should not worry about how you did those listening related tasks. If you mispronounce the words, computer might not be able to catch your keywords, so you will not get enough points for listening. Whenever you do those listening related tasks in speaking, you should make sure that you're not only just focusing on fluency or speaking fast, but also everything you said is nice and clear and easy to understand. Number 2 is poor spelling. In PTE listening, there are 3 tasks that are related to writing, which are summarize spoken text, fill in the blanks, and write from dictations. When you guys do retell lecture, you don't need to show the system how you spelled a certain word. When it comes to summarize spoken text, you have to actually type the word on the computer. So it means that spelling will be extremely crucial in this case. You might heard the word correctly, but then you failed to write that word with correct spelling. So in this case, you will not score high in this task. Don't rush and try to proofread your answers every single time. Number 3 is time management. Listening in PTE and listening in other English proficiency tests are quite different because not all the tasks will be equally scored. In other words, some tasks will be more important and will weight more than the other ones. PTE listening, write from dictations is probably the most important task. And ironically, it's also the last part in the entire listening exam. And since I've been teaching PTE for like 4 years now, I have witnessed so many students coming back to me and saying, I missed dictation. I spent way too much time on other tasks, so I missed 1 or 2 dictation questions. I really don't want that to happen to you. And what I'm saying here is not that you should just skip the entire listening to get to dictation, or you should just randomly choose answers just to not miss write from dictations. But my advice to you is that you should calculate your time and you should allocate timing to each task carefully so that you have enough time to complete write from dictations. To manage your time more effectively, I recommend you to do mock tests. Mock test is the best way for you to practice time management. By the way, keep in mind that the timing in Pearson's official mock test is different from the real test. So they give you more time, which is why I try to find mock tests that give you the right timing. So normally for each question, you should only have less than 2 minutes. Number 4 is not following the word count limitation in summarized spoken text. In summarized spoken text, you are asked to write a summary of 50 to 70 words after listening to the lecture audio. However, there are a lot of students out there who have weak listening skills. They might write less than 50 or maybe a bit more than 30. And there are also other students like my students who have already mastered their note-taking skills. So they tend to write maybe even more than 80 or sometimes even more than 100. But how would that affect your scores in listening? Let's have a look at the official score guide from Pearson's. So when you guys open PTE's official score guide and go to summarize spoken text, under the form, you can see that you get 2 points if your answer contains 50 to 70 words. You get 1 point if it contains 40 to 49 or 71 to 100 words. And you get 0 points if it contains less than 40 words or more than 100 words. This is exactly why just because you wrote something doesn't mean that you're going to get point for it. Writing too less or too much might actually result in 0 point for your form and eventually 0 point for the entire task because there will be no further scoring. So please guys, be attentive and check your word count carefully within the given 10 minutes. The last one is not practicing with the real question bank. I know that PTE is just an English test and many of you are already confident with your English skills, and there are many students who tend to practice with whichever audio is available online and even just by watching English movies and listening to podcasts, and that's really great way to master your English comprehension skills. However, is it the most effective way to prepare for your PTE listening? If you guys already attempted the test before, you know that repeat sentence and rapid dictation questions might be a bit too long and contain many difficult and academic words. For example, this one.
Once more, under the pressure of economic necessity, practice outstrip theory.
Come on, seriously. These kind of questions are very hard to memorize, and comprehension alone might not even help to reproduce those sentences, which is why I highly recommend you to practice with the real questions collected from the real exam, especially for those who have upcoming tests. Don't waste your time and study smart. Okay, so those were the 5 most common mistakes that I find when people do PTE listening. If you guys want to practice with the PTE question banks and score mock tests, you can also use our platform, which is on ptemagicpractice.com. In one of my next videos, I'll be sharing with you guys how one of our students was able to get 88 in his PTE Magic mock test and eventually score 88 in his real test. She's very interesting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching guys, and if you have any questions, comment below, and if you're not my subscriber, then please click the subscribe button. I hope you pass your test soon so I don't have to see you again. Bye!